Very smart there by Harris. Got that move started, that slingshot move started just by being creative and just seeing that space in behind and just going, putting it into there and just letting the rest of the team work into space. And this is allowing them to build a repeat pressure here. Another inside 50.
Yep, it was off the boot of Harris again. Banks. WA under pressure. They had the early running, but now they're under siege. Harris again pumps it inside 50. Off hands. Barron couldn't quite handle it. Welsh was involved. Barron. Ella comes out wide, and there is the first goal of the day. It goes the way of Queensland, and it was kicked by Gear.
Front foot nature football from WA, that's going to leave them in good stead. So I hope that doesn't scare them off too much. Their defence just need to tighten up in those clinches.
Mia Gear, one of 5 inclusions to the Queensland side from the team that lost to the Allies back on July 13. They lost that one by 15 points. They won their first game of the championships the week before that against Vic Country by 21. As WA look to clear. Sidestep terrific from Morgan. Into attack. And taking the mark is Fotu. A little bit of a messy kick towards full forward. Here's McNaughton. She's a goal sneak. And that's the first of the chance for WA.
7 minutes of footy played and not a whole lot of that between the arcs, to be honest with you. It's very much just both these sides are going to get forward and get forward quickly as Queensland look to turn the screws themselves here.
Hussein went to ground. O'Hare jumped on top of her and won the free. Comes across to cut it off. Ross inside 50, and that's a strong mark. The Black Swans trying to possess some footy. Norbury runs into trouble, then runs out of trouble, then didn't quite get the bounce she wanted. Forced to look corridor. McNaughton is shifty, does well here. Newson tries to keep the chain going. Able to get it going forward with a toe poke. And now they're inside 50. WA through Fish. Well-weighted kick into the path of Strickland, who takes possession, swings around. It'll be all about the bounce. And she gets a good one, then gets a poor one. And it stays in the field of play, but going to ground was Poppy Tyndall. And WA ends up with a goal. Chaos ball works in the end, and it's Blizzard. Queensland through Ross. Salisbury applying the pressure. Stringer first to it, then went to ground, and she was held, according to the umpire. They've only played the 4 games. Every other team's played at least 10 or 11. They were dominant in their stint there as Hussein is wrapped up. They've only played the 4 games. Every other team's played at least 10 or 11. They were dominant in their stint there as Hussein is wrapped up.
Kind of similar setup to what happened in VFLW in this season just past, with the Sydney teams coming in and really blitzing those early rounds. But again, Queensland is getting a move on here, looking to hack it out of the pack.
Yeah, Milne was able to squeeze a kick forward in the Welsh direction. She's looked threatening, but hasn't quite been able to hit the scoreboard in a major way just yet. This might be an assist though, and it is the finish. Fantastic. Lappin, was it? Yep. Queensland now having to defend. Offhand, a chance for Fish. She's so good, just makes decisions. She's a smart footballer, Zippy Fish. Didn't quite work out that time, but here she is still going after it. Trying to put the clamps on Tyndall, but she's good enough to get away. Banks able to get a hand to it. Ella is going to handball it to herself. Gets the bounce she wanted. Now sends it to the one-on-one. It's over the head of the defender in Chambers. A chance now for Barron. She's got the open goal, and she puts it through, despite the best efforts of Chambers. Some individual brilliance from 2 Queenslanders. The Queensland defence was terrific in the second term, and they were able to jag a couple of goals in transition, Queensland. Fote has her handball smothered. Now goes back and wins it. Aided by Strickland getting into her back. Tries to put it into the path now of Barron. Ferguson, back to Hussein. Deep in the pocket. She swings it around. The vision terrific.
Smart, very smart football there from Hussein.
As Gear plays on. And had the accuracy, but not quite the distance. Harris really has been the catalyst in that area. Davies feeds Gear. They're going to have another go here, Queensland, and that's better. They find Barron this time. She's kicked 2 goals so far in these championships, and now she's got 3. Queensland extended the lead to 15 points. And that's Barron's second. It's a kick to a one-on-one. Strickland was pushed out of it illegally. And if she goes quickly, she's got options. Does exactly that. All the big names heavily involved for both sides. Queensland controlling the ball at the minute. Foates long ball to a 2-on-1. And Welsh takes the mark.
A chance further to have Queensland stamp their authority all over this game.
You mentioned her exploits in front of the sticks earlier, Alana Welsh. And she's got her name on the score sheet today. Kicks her 5th goal of the championships. Who then centered it. Welsh is going to try and create something. Only as far as Sexton. And Britain's going to try and keep this alive for WA. Has to get around Harris, though. Did well enough. O'Hare, but Harris, they're not going to get past her this time. It was Samara Sally who was enveloped in the Harris tackle. Sends it all the way to the goal line, and Welsh might have socketed it through. That's 2 for Alana Welsh. Zimra Hussein to line them up. Has kicked 1-1 so far in the championships. This is going to drop just short. Still alive here for Welsh. She's dragged over the boundary line.
Just quietly as well, Zimra Hussein 4 tackles and 3 clearances. So someone who is just having an impact when in close quarters, and someone who's always made it a right nuisance of themselves around the ball, if you will. They're going to go again here.
Davies feeds Ella, who's got pace to burn and can finish in front of the sticks as well. The Marsh AFL Under-18 Girls Championships with 2 wins and 1 loss, with a big 32-point win